I'm still here giving you guys the updates. We're going to talk about Coby White's MRI, what that could mean to the Chicago Bulls rotation. But first, we got to get into the intro. If I can get into the intro. All right, Bulls fans. Intro cut a little bit short there. Nonetheless, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. So as you guys may have heard by now, Coby White did have an MRI and underwent an MRI on that thigh knee contusion. There's been some different reports that it was an that it was a knee contusion. Now it's also been reported as a thigh contusion, but he underwent an MRI. Now, what could that mean for the Chicago Bulls rotation going forward for the rest of the preseason? We saw the rookie Dalen Terry really shine for the Chicago Bulls in the second half of the last preseason game. So with that being said, it could open up that rotation so we can see a little bit more of Dalen Terry, which could allow for Dalen Terry to really take advantage of that injury opportunity and maybe work himself into that Chicago Bulls rotation. One of the things with Dalen Terry, no, he does not offer the type of scoring upside that Coby White does, at least not yet. But as we saw even in that little bit of the fourth quarter for Dalen Terry, is that he does offer quite a bit of upside and playmaking ability as well, making easier baskets for other people, making easier baskets for himself as well, how he causes turnovers, things like that. So we'll see what happens with that. But as we've seen in the NBA before, if you allow for somebody to take an opportunity with an injury being down and come into the rotation, sometimes that job isn't waiting back for you. And there's a lot of other reasons and things that play into that as well. When you look at Coby White pinning a contract extension at a time where he could very well get paid with his scoring ability, now allowing Dalen Terry and Coby White, who's kind of fallen out of the rotation in different times where his scoring ability is really needed. We now can see Dalen Terry come in there, what he could do, what he does in playmaking, what he does in fast break, especially considering he brings a lot of that skill set that we're missing now with Lonzo Ball being down as well. So we'll see. There's a lot of questions that could remain to be seen, and Dalen Terry could be poised to really come in, and even in a rookie season, if he can keep that going. Don't be surprised in preseason game number 2 if they do have Dalen Terry come into the rotation even earlier against better competition to see if that was a fluke, if that's something that's going to be that they can bet on with Dalen Terry and in that skill set. And if that is something that they can do not be surprised if maybe, just maybe, and again, this isn't me reporting on it and saying this could happen for sure, but it is something that could happen, that Dalen Terry could potentially push Coby White out of the rotation. When you look at the defensive versatility of Dalen Terry, if nothing else, then on top of that, how they can use him as a Swiss Army knife. We got to see him play make. We got to see him be on the wing. We got to see a little bit of everything that Dalen Terry offers. And while the pure scoring offensive upside isn't as high, everything else is higher than Coby White's. The defensive potential is higher than Coby White. The playmaking potential, what we've seen so far, higher than Coby White. So while I'm not as down on Coby White as a lot of Bulls fans are, and I do see the value in having him, especially on this roster that needs some scoring off the bench drastically, and we need three-point shooting, but Dalen Terry could offer scoring and playmaking and easy shots in a different type of way, and an easier way with that being said. So we'll see. Now with the Goran Dragic thing, which a lot of you guys are saying in the comments, I'm going to say this when it comes to Goran Dragic. He can't play like that anymore. Yes, he's a veteran player. It was a first preseason game. Maybe he wasn't taking it seriously. There's a lot to be said with that, but he looked old. He looked slow. He looked out of position at times. And I'm not as down on Goran Dragic, but I guess with how he played in Eurobasket, I was kind of expecting him to come in with a little bit more fire, I guess. And overall, this Bulls team was kind of down in that preseason game as far as just looking for an edge. If we're talking about a team looking to build their identity, that first preseason game didn't leave a lot left a lot to be desired in that type of case. So we'll see how it goes with that. But I wanted to give that injury update on Coby White. Again, it's not expected to be a huge injury that's going to have him out for a long amount of time. But as I've said before, no matter how much time, this is the NBA. If you miss any time and allow for somebody to come in and not only get those minutes, but shine in those minutes in a way that the Bulls team could use, position may not be waiting for Coby White when he comes back if he's out for a long amount of time. Let me know what you guys think down below on this. Like you guys know, I said on the live stream, I'm out of town for my sister's wedding, but as you guys can see, I have mobile. Does it look as good? Is it as high quality? No. But guess what? I'm still going to give you guys this content because that's what I do here at Chicago Bulls Central. Make sure you're following the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. Like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.